I have always believed that beauty, true beauty, does not fade with time, but evolves. I am 60 years old, and while the world may call me aged with time, I have never felt more alive. My reflection in the mirror still holds traces of the striking young woman I once was. High cheekbones, a cascade of silver hair that sparkles like moonlight, and eyes as green as emeralds that have seen decades of laughter, heartache, and resilience. I have always supported my body with morning yoga, my skin with meticulous care, and my soul with the wisdom that only life's trials can provide. For me, beauty is not just about appearance, but how we carry ourselves through all the seasons of life, with grace and perseverance. Today I stand in my home, filled with the scent of jasmine and echoes of countless cherished memories. Every corner tells a story: the worn chair by the fireplace where I spent countless evenings reading, the kitchen table that has seen both feasts and quiet solitary meals, the walls adorned with photographs capturing fleeting moments of joy. But as you listen to this story, promise yourself to memorize every detail, because the most intriguing part is at the very end. After all, life is a collection of unexpected twists and turns, isn't it? The doorbell rang just as the warm water of the shower caressed my skin, enveloping me in steam like a lover's embrace. I took my time and stepped out of the tub and called out, blocking out the sound of the cascading water. "Come in, the door is open." I figured it was a neighbor dropping off the package I'd been waiting for. My days were often filled with such simple exchanges, little connections that reminded me of the world beyond my solitude. But as I turned off the shower and reached for my towel, I felt something different. A presence, unspoken but palpable. A young woman stood in my bathroom doorway, her silhouette framed by the light from the hallway. She looked no more than 25 years old, and her face was an exquisite mixture of innocence and curiosity. Her dark eyes followed my figure unflinchingly, and in that tense moment, I felt both exposed and liberated at the same time. I didn't mean to interfere," she stammered, though her gaze lingered on me, giving away her words. Her cheeks flushed, but she made no move to look away. "I brought your package." Wrapping myself in a towel, I took a step toward her. "Well, you certainly know your way in," I said with a smile, a mixture of amusement and intrigue in my voice. It was unusual to meet someone so open yet hesitant at the same time, and it fueled my curiosity. Her lips curved into a hesitant smile, and she held out the box to me, but instead of taking it, I gestured for her to place the box on the counter. "Why don't you stay for tea? You look like someone who could use some good conversation." She hesitated, nervously rubbing the hem of her oversized sweater with her fingers, but finally nodded. "I'd love to." A few hours passed, and we found ourselves in my cozy living room, where the scent of chamomile wafted through the air. Her name was Eliza, and she talked about unfulfilled dreams, about a world that sometimes seemed too big and cruel. I shared fragments of my life with her, trying to make her see not only the woman I am now, but also the girl I once was, full of fire and recklessness. I wanted her to realize that life is rarely straight, that there are often surprises and surprises. The connection between us deepened with each passing moment. Her curiosity about me wasn't just about my age or beauty, it was about something unspoken, a magnetic attraction that neither of us could ignore. When she reached up to brush a strand of damp hair away from my face, her touch lingered, and I saw the question in her eyes. "What are you thinking?" I asked softly, both encouragement and a hint of my own curiosity evident in my voice. "About the fact that you're mesmerizing," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. There was something disarming in her honesty, a vulnerability that made my heart both ache and beat at the same time. I took her hand in mine. The warmth of her skin against mine sent shivers down my spine. "Then why are you holding back?" Her answer came not in words, but in the way she leaned in and brushed her lips against mine. It was a kiss full of indecision and hunger, an unspoken promise that this moment would be ours alone. The room around us seemed to shrink, and the world beyond seemed to fade. That night, the walls of my home witnessed the beginning of something neither of us had planned. Elise and I found solace in each other, a bond that defied convention and bridged a decades-long gap. We became confidants, lovers, and most importantly, two souls unafraid to embrace the unexpected. In her presence, I felt a part of myself awaken, a part I thought had long been buried under the weight of years and responsibilities. Now, as I sit here telling this story, I can see you trying to piece it all together. But let me tell you, my dear listener, that what is most intriguing is not what happened between us, but the journey that led us to it. The moments of hesitation, the confessions spoken in whispers, the laughter that is like balm on old wounds. And maybe, if you are lucky, you will find an equally extraordinary story waiting for you at your doorstep, hidden in the ordinary rhythm of everyday life, and waiting to be discovered.